Hello and welcome everyone to another episode. So we gotta get this, we gotta line up our orbit, man. This is just not even good. So I figure I'll line it up right here. Oh, I hate that. Freaking, my ship is crazy. You crazy ship. That looks good. Whatever. It's a little bit crazy for me, but yeah, maybe if I do some retrograde or kind of want that more lined up. It doesn't really look nice to me. You know, I'm so used to landing here that like I see that solid mass of junk, I'm just like, yeah, okay, that's where we gotta go. Wow, that's gonna be a pretty insane burn, I do have to say. Okay, yeah. Burn in 4 seconds and it's like gonna be a 48-second burn. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Let's see what happens. I don't even care. I'm hoping that this eventually just starts coming out more than looking like it's just going to be a collision course, because that thing is shrinking. Oh, yep, there we go. It's coming back out again. That's good. See, luckily I have all this extra fuel. It's always a good thing to have. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to mention, this is like episode, what, 16 now? 17? Yeah, I never know for sure. I'm just, yeah. So that looks pretty lined up, I have to say. So let's swing this thing around, and luckily Moonbase Beta is on the lit up side of the moon, which is like, I never get lucky with that. Every time I'm like, every launch I have, I'm always like on the dark side, and I have to put in orbit and then wait and everything else. And yeah, landing in the dark just is not a fun thing to do at all. I don't recommend it to anybody. There we go. There we go. RCS, come on. RCS has to be like one of the best things ever made, ever. I just turn off my RCS. Like when you have a really small ship, and I think I've mentioned this before, if you have a really small ship, there's almost no point in using RCS, not unless if you need to maneuver very quickly. But to use your RCS just to, like, you know, you put on your SAS and you have RCS on, there's like, I mean, even if your ship is like relatively stable, I wouldn't say it's even worth putting on, because your ship will automatically align itself. You know, if you got like a you know, a crazy load or something where you can't even maneuver it or control it without it like freaking out, then I would say use it a lot more and bring a lot more with you. But you always have to worry about that weight factor in the game and everything else. Alright, I don't need to have this thing like perfectly landing, because it's a rover. I can just drive there if I'm too far away. That looks really good to me. I don't know about you guys. I could swing it around a little bit more, but let's see. I like to do the maneuver node on this just because I like to have a more accurate, you know, I like it to be like almost as accurate as possible. So let's get this thing a little bit more lined up. I don't want to come down right on top of it, but you know, if it's like, if it's within 2 or 3 kilometers, I'll be happy with that. Even if it's like 10, I'm not like, you know, super super anal about where it lands. Yes, I just said that. Um, let's see. I always hate that, like, some of these, I don't know what signifies whether they get a pink mark or a gray box, like, on your actual, like, view. I don't know. I think I have it turned off because I like to do my screenshots and stuff for, you know, for, like, the website, or, I mean, not my website, but the YouTube pages and stuff like that. So, I usually turn it off just to make it easier and make the picture look a little bit better. Because with all the stuff on it, it just doesn't really look that great. I mean, my first picture, I didn't even know if you press F2, or I think it's F2. Yeah, F2 will turn off all your stuff, and F3 will give you, like, basically a flight result. You know, I remember the first time I hit F3 too, I thought I, like, ended the flight. I got, like super mad, and, like, I almost smashed everything, and it didn't, you know, I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, I overreacted like I normally do. Let's see, we're a little too high. Come on. And we're off target too, because I think it's somewhere around here, and we're coming down more in the trench, so it should be interesting. I'm just gonna burn away the rest of this fuel too. Don't need it. That way I can feel happy about getting rid of this stage. I just hope these yeah, I kind of figured that these tanks would turn on, but I didn't know that they actually were gonna turn on, which I'm gonna pause the game and do a little cheating. Look at that. Oh, ha ha ha. I'm such a bad Kerbal player. Now, I get this, like, glitch sometimes, too, and I don't know if you guys get it, but, like, sometimes when I'm landing my stuff, and if you guys notice right now, like, it's happening to me a little bit. Um, Basically, like, certain things kind of just get a little bit funky, and it kind of, like, starts lagging a little bit. It's weird, which I think I'm going to do the crazy thing and go to the Space Center while I'm landing. Wait a bit. And come back. Yeah. And this usually fixes it for some reason. I think it just has to do with the fact that you're, like, basically reloading. But it's just, like, you know, look at my frame right now. I mean, you guys can see it's, like, totally 100% better than what it was. But it just happens to me for some reason. I think it has to do with, you know, the stage having a lot of parts on it or something. I just don't even know. It happens randomly to me. Sometimes landings will be all good, and then other times it's just like, why is it doing this? So, yeah, I hope you guys don't mind. That is one of the craziest procedures I have to do sometimes while landing, is just go all the way back to the tracking center. So, I better fix this too. Yeah. Now, gotta land this piece of junk. Whoa, what's going on here? Yeah, this thing, I guess, does not like being throttled all the way up. I think it's gonna be a slow landing for this thing. And that's because it's not properly centered. it's not symmetrical, I should say. Which I think I should use RCS for this. Just to line it up better. Get RCS on, here we go. Which is going to make landing even better. Otherwise, if these... I can't tell if these things are even on. It's crazy. I hate the spins. Now, I am wasting a lot of fuel, so I should get a little bit closer before I decide to land. I don't know how this landing's going to go, by the way, guys, because there's basically no landing struts. It's just wheels. I try to make it the least amount of pieces as possible, so I might end up paying for it in the long run. It's not laziness, it's more of just curiosity, I guess, in a sense, but I also just, I want to keep it down to the least amount of parts as possible. Come on, there we go. Although my landing is going to probably be insane because I can't fire these things at full. So, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be really interesting. At least I can do it at like a little over a quarter. That's good enough for me. Hopefully I just don't break anything. But this is Kerbal Space Program. You gotta break stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it really easy on this landing. So you guys are probably gonna be watching this like, oh my god. Yeah, this isn't a very stable landing, so I don't really want to take any big risks. Oh, yeah, just wasted fuel for nothing. Get that lined up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I just don't want to take any risks with this thing. I hate having to do things twice sometimes. I didn't even test these panels out. That was the other thing I should have tested out before I launched, but silly me. I know what I'm doing, right? I always forget what size the panels are, which, you know, I'm probably going to test them now and they're going to be the wrong ones. Oh, nope, I got lucky. So we are getting kind of close to the surface now. I don't know the altitude here, so it's like... I don't remember from the last episode or anything, so whatever. Oh, yeah, I am not doing that. Uh-oh, no, not good things. Yeah, I'm just scared I'm gonna crash this thing. It's the last thing I want to do. I think I've already said that 50 times. And I usually end up get this freaking out period where I get really close, and then I'm like, oh god, oh god, oh god, fix it, fix it, fix it. It's a little bit after the shadow comes up where, you know, this starts freaking out, and then I'm like, oh my god. But this looks like it's going to be a pretty good launch, pretty good landing for me. Not one of my best, but this looks like it's going to be alright. There we go. And we have a new rover on the moon. Hopefully. Is it gonna correct itself? Yeah, it's gonna correct itself. So anyways, guys, I guess I could show you this too while I'm at it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I always forget about that. Just make sure you shut down these engines, and then I gotta turn on the good engines, the ones I want to actually be on. Kick that on. Get some of these solar panels out. I don't group my solar panels anymore because, yeah, when you attach to other stuff and then you start pushing buttons and then you forget what your bindings are on certain things, you do bad things. And the game does not like bad things. Oh, I should change that too. Oh, turn the, yeah, there. I was wondering why I wasn't turning. That fixed a lot of things. There we go. Wow, look at that. I could probably bring this thing all the way over to the new moon base, wherever it is. I don't even see it. Oh, there it is. I don't normally set targets either because it always screws up your speed. It won't actually show your speed, so I just like aligning to it and then I'll unset it. There we go. So yeah, this rover design is actually like the most awesome design to me. It works really well. I have no problems with it. If you guys have built any, you know, let me know if you had any problems, and I could probably solve them for you because I've built too many rovers and done too much of this stuff now to just turn somebody away. Yeah, these hills are gonna be really fun to maneuver. I'm probably gonna have to use RCS, otherwise I'm gonna have to get rid of this module to get off these hills. So I'm gonna let this episode end right here, guys. Thank you for watching, and yeah, if you like what I'm doing, subscribe. I'll see you next time.